Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome into the show and the shenanigans. Gentlemen, how's it going today? All good in the hood?
All good in the hood, sir.
Well, that'll work. Welcome, everybody, in to Go Live Together. We are your hosts. I'm Jeremy. Down at the bottom is Scott, and up top with me here is Eddie, Lugo Studios. Welcome. Viva la raza! That's right. And and welcome into the replay. If you're here for the replay, first of all, thank you guys so much for coming back for the show. We always appreciate you coming to get the cruise news for today. And yes, it is Friday, so welcome everybody into the live chat. We'll be going over the top chatters a little later on in the show when everybody is here. But first up in the chat today is Traveling with Tinkerbell. Good morning. And she says, good morning, everyone. It is Friday, and it is warm in Florida. What a great day. 2 days until cruise day. Hey, Pebbles.
Showing her, you know what?
I know, right? No, I think she saw something, man.
She heard something.
She had a purpose.
Well,
that'll work.
Mommy's home, so
yeah,
showing off, you know.
Oh, she's all acting a fool. Okay, well, that'll work. And thank you for that donation of fairies. Next up in the chat, fresh on her day off, just getting up, is Cruising is Fun Anytime. Hey, babe.
Good morning.
Texas.
That's right.
Hey, Ro.
Next up in the chat is Yo, Brooklyn in the house. Y'all, Eddie Lugo Studios. Next up in the chat is Mike Rihanna's Adventures.
Allied reinforcements have arrived from the north.
Oh, and they said, good morning, everyone. It is TGIF, and it is also a long weekend here in Alberta, as it is Family Day long weekend. And I saw that Eddie was getting a clarification here in the chat, and that's what they call it, Family Day long weekend. and you know, that really tickled me and Scott before the show, because I'm thinking, you know, yeah, we got a long weekend here in America. It's called President's Day. Yeah. But, you know, it's like they can't call it President's Day up there. So I guess it's just Family Day long weekend.
And why is it President's Day? Do we know why it's President's Day in the United States? Do we know why why President's Day comes in February?
No.
Really? We don't know that?
I never privy to that.
Well, so two of our most renowned presidents, George Washington and Abraham Lincoln, both born in February.
Oh, okay. Well, that'll work. And Mike got a new job. Start the new job today. That'll work. Yahoo! And let's hope it is a job that you thoroughly enjoy, and that they don't give you too much flack on.
Hopefully, Mr. Mike, you'll be able to rebook the 2.0.
Well, perhaps.
Dang.
Maybe. And don't look now, but the First Lady has made it into the chat. Elizabeth, good morning.
Hey, babe.
And TGIF, how is Alice?
Let me tell you, Elizabeth, she's home.
No.
She got a bunch of pills in her mouth, so hold on.
Yep. She's taking medicine.
She's an alcoholic right now.
So it all went well yesterday. Good morning. I do have this side, black and blue.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, I'm feeling okay. I was in some pain and discomfort yesterday. Couldn't really talk much. I still can't eat anything. Liquid diet. No, not liquid diet, but very soft, smooth food diet. I was squeezing the hell out of this yesterday. I was like, yeah.
Oh my God.
I'm glad you was squeezing this instead of
right.
Me.
But I just took some Tylenol and Advil. I haven't taken the strong stuff yet. The pain hasn't been that bad.
Mm-hmm. Meaning rum and vodka and tequila.
No, codeine and whatever. anyway, and I'm on antibiotic to ensure I don't get any infection.
Well, that'll work.
So, anyway, I decided to take the day off today because I am, it's very sore, swollen, and nothing really major going on at work that I couldn't afford to take the day. So I said, let me just take the day and relax.
And just real quick, because it is because it is a Family Day long weekend, are you taking off Monday as well?
So at the hospital, we only get 6 holidays.
Okay.
And that is not one of them. We get New Year's Day, Memorial Day, July 4th, Labor Day, Thanksgiving, and Christmas.
Okay.
Those are the 6 major holidays that they do give us off. And depending on what day of the week it is, like I will take Christmas Day off and I will take Thanksgiving Day off. But the other days, if I don't need to, I will work it because then I have extra vacation time to use when I want.
For cruises.
That's right.
Correct.
Okay. Well, now I'm seeing what the trick is. You work on holidays so you can cruise the rest of the days.
That's right.
Hey, that's a good cruise tip for for everybody out there.
And it's overtime too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, time and a half. Yeah. So because I work in the emergency department, I'm not like the administrative team. An administrative team, they do get their holidays or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But in the ED, if I feel like working, I work it. And they give us 6 PTO days to use for the holidays, and I use it when I feel the need to use it. So
that'll work.
More cruising for me.
It's good to see you. Good to see you.
Right.
Yes, I'm glad to see that you seemingly are doing okay, and that's glad to see that.
And I was surprised. I slept pretty good last night.
Yeah.
And when I did wake up around 2 a.m, I wasn't in a lot of pain, so I didn't get out of bed to go take additional pain med. I just rolled over and went back to sleep. So it's all good. So I have to go back in 2 weeks for another follow-up, and just a very soft food, minimal chewing, and until the stitches all heal.
Right.
So,
well, good. It's real good to see you this morning, Alice. You're inspiration to us men who, I'm going to go ahead and throw us all under the bus. Me personally, I would have let that ride for about 3 days.
When I had my wisdom teeth taken out a long time ago, I got dry sockets, and I was miserable for more than a month.
Oof.
I would have been bitching and crying and complaining.
I was the biggest baby about it completely.
Well, the dentist even said, like, why didn't they take your wisdom teeth out when you were like 16, 17 years old?
Right.
And who knows why they didn't. The top row, I had lost a tooth way back when, and that wisdom tooth then had space to move in. And my teeth shifted, so the wisdom tooth on the right side then came in. The bottom, they had no space to come in. They didn't bother me at all, but they were growing in toward the root of the other
ones. Yeah.
Tooth.
Oh.
So
yeah. My son's wisdom teeth all came in, and they were all fine, and they weren't causing him any problems. But then his dentist said, "Well, let's get rid of them anyway."
Yeah.
So they got rid of them anyway.
So, well, they pulled this top one out with no problem. I thought, oh, that was quick and easy.
Right.
The other two, forget about it.
The bottom was terrible.
Yeah.
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 Well, 5-hour surgery, you are one tough cookie. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
It was more like 3.5.
Yeah.
My appointment was 8:15. They didn't get in until 9:15. So that delayed it 1 hour. 9:15, I was done by 1. But he took a half hour. He let me take a break for a half hour. And he went to work on another lady that was getting implants. because he was behind schedule. And he came back. He's like, I'll be back in 15. He came back like 30, 45 minutes later.
Yeah.
So, but I've had a lot of crowns and everything in there. So they had a lot of difficulty getting, teeth out and everything.
Yep.
So anyway, it's all good now. Just another week and a half of, very soft foods, minimal chewing. The dentures feel a little loose, so it's difficult to eat. And so I'll be living off of yogurt and puddings and Boost drinks or Ensure, whatever nutrition I could get in my stomach. Some potatoes, mashed potatoes, applesauce, things like that, minimal chewing till the swelling and the tenderness goes away.
Long Island iced tea, tequila, sunrise,
Yeah, all that.
Virgin
Okay.
peanut colada.
sangrias.
Anyway,
All right.
great talking with you and
Good to
giving
see
you an
you.
update. I'm going to relax now. I'll be just listening
Okay.
in the back. Okay.
All right.
Thank you, baby.
Kathy Mills, good morning and happy Friday.
She's gonna have her first cup of coffee soon.
Oof. Bamanola Adventures has made it into the chat. Hello, welcome in. And then we got Danny D, the spectacular supporter, has made it in. Good morning.
Trouble.
Hello, little angel.
Oh, okay. Here we go. Mike Uranus is working at a local bottled water place here in town. That'll work.
That's why I say hashtag bottle dude.
Boy, there, Captain Billy J Travels has made it in. Good morning.
Cappy.
And Cruising with Keith has made it in. Good morning. Scott, you muted. Are your sounds not coming through?
He's muted now.
No, you're muted.
He's cursing out, so I'm glad he's muted.
Right. Tanisha has came in with the day of the day. Thank you so much. We really appreciate this. And she says, good morning. Friday made it. Happy National Tartar Sauce Day, National Caregivers Day, and National Dog Day. I almost misread that. And a National Dog Day, a Grouch, a Favor Day.
Oh, wow. Excuse you what?
Celebrate like it's Friday. Okay, well, that'll work. I got to look up that dog day, a Grouch, a Favor Day. I wonder what that's all about. Oh, my God. Help me. I need to call in an audible on this one, Eddie. Bamanola's comment. Pop to bet?
Let me see if I can find it. Hold on.
I don't know. We need to look up on this one. I'm not sure about this one.
Where are you, Obama?
Oh, it's a PAU.
Oh, Pauvre Tibet.
Pop to bet? I don't know.
No. Something about the baby, or clean out the bidet.
According to Google, poor thing.
Oh, poor baby. There you go.
Poor baby. Yep. Okay. Well, you had me stumped on this one.
Poor thing, poor beast, according to Google.
Oh, wow. Scott Smith is driving and listening. Good morning.
Morning, Mr. Smith. And we'll see you soon in Helen.
Oh, snap. Here we go. Your friend and mine, Rob with Cruise Brothers, has made it in. Good morning.
In trouble.
Good morning.
Whoa, sad.
Do that one again.
Good morning.
Oh, I love it. And Cruising on the High Seas
And trouble.
has made it into the
And
chat.
travel.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Cruise Nuts is in the house. What's up?
What's up?
What's up, nuts? Nuts this, nuts that.
Mm-hmm.
Nuts all around.
Yep. And Alice, cruising is fun anytime, says, feel better, bestie. And Elizabeth says, so happy to see your face, even if it's not so smiley. Yeah, I know. Wow.
She says, thank you both.
Cappy says, Alice, you look a little down in the mouth.
Yeah.
Really, Cappy?
Yep, big thumbs up. Thank you so much for that. Here we go. PK Adventure Travels has made it in, and they say morning. And I know a farm doc, and he says that alcohol only enhances the drug's effect. Wow.
Yes.
This is bad advice.
Very bad. Especially to Alice. Don't talk to her about alcohol.
Captain Billy J says, I'll be making some Benjamins on President's Day. Paid holiday for me.
Well,
that'll work.
Excuse you, Cappy.
Yep. Cruz McKee says, my biggest fear is the dentist because I don't like machines and hands going in my mouth and I have no control.
I know Cappy likes that.
Well,
Oh.
I had 6 hands working on me yesterday.
Holy shit.
Holding my head, holding 2. Oh, yeah. 6 of them. 3 people.
And Rihanna's Life Adventures is checked in this morning. Good morning. And she has an explanation on Family Day. It says Family Day starts, what is the start to reading week for schools? Typically after exams when suicide happens the most. Not all of Canada has a Family Day.
Canadians are killing themselves? Come on. Life doesn't get any better up there other than it being a bit cold, right? Come on.
And Alice is because of an exam?
I don't know how you can do that with frozen limbs anyway.
True.
Yep. And Cappy says, eat soft foods like butter toast.
Cappy, right now, Scott is going like this. Read between the lines.
Mm-hmm. PK Adventure Travel says, I was a wimp when mine came out. I, however, also paid extra for this time-released Novocaine they put in the sockets that slowly released over 72 hours to keep the pain manageable.
Oh, that's nice.
I know, right?
Well, when I had mine done 21 years ago, there was no such thing as a great Nokia medicine. Back then, they kept injecting me and injecting me and injecting me, and nothing put away that pain. I felt every move, every time that grape went in and grabbed the tube and moved it around, I felt everything. I grabbed the dentist. Unfortunately for him, he threw his arm in front of me. I got a hold of it, and as he's pulling, I'm pressing. It got to the point that they had to push me away because you could see my fingers in his arm. That's how hard I was in a lot of pain.
Danny D was in a lot of pain, got 1 wisdom tooth out and 2 or 3 other teeth on the same day.
No, I had 8 pulled one morning. 2 weeks later, the remaining 6.
Oof.
All in one shot.
Scott McNeil has checked in with a fresh donation of fresh fruit. And he says, good morning.
Bless you.
Me. Good morning. 2 more days till the Vista.
Nice. Vista's living out of where? Port Canaveral?
I think the Vista is in Port Canaveral. Right
it
now.
should be because Miami got the Horizon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Will G has came in. Good morning.
Because the Vista was in Galveston for so long, and I was looking at way back. I was looking at where it was going, if it was ever going to be somewhere else, and it was going to be is going to be in Port Canaveral for a short window, though. It's not staying there.
Okay.
Jennifer from Embarkation Nation has made it in. Hello, welcome in.
What's up, Jen?
Oh, okay. Do a Grouch a favor day. Do a Grouch a favor day.
Me, do me a favor, because I'm a route.
Right. That's the number one suspect right there. Okay, Leonard Family Fun says, my mind is on cruising. This time next week will be on 20 West, headed to Galveston. I know that's right. Come on down. Oh, okay. Here's another one on Family Day. Cruising on the High Season Travel says, I got to work on Family Day, but it's time and a half. That means more cruise money.
Yeah.
On not all of and not all of Canada has Family Day.
Well, that's what Rihanna said, right?
Yeah.
So, but clearly Alberta and Ontario do, right?
So what's the rest of the Canada gets? Singles Day or non-parents day, non-family day? One.
Jennifer says, oh, Alice, you are strong. Andrew had to have 12 shots of Novocaine and was still in pain. They had accidentally left a part of the root in his bottom and had to get that removed. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
I know that was major surgery right there.
She just told me she had 16 teeth pulled yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Holy macro.
2 on top.
2 on top
14
and
from the bottom.
14 on the bottom. Ouch. Mine was 8 all on top, and I cried like a...
I mean, I know it's an Indian word, right? But I don't know. There's something really cool about saying Saskatchewan.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Alberta, BC, Saskatchewan, Ontario, and New Brunswick are the only provinces that have Family Day. The rest of Canada gets robbed and gets nothing.
Oh, they get robbed. At least they get something. They get robber, from cruising fun.
They get robbed from Cruise Brothers.
And cruising on the high seas.
That's good. They get you robbed. So, yeah.
It's a civic holiday.
So is President's Day. We all do our civic duty by staying home. No.
Right.
We don't. And very few people get off for President's Day in the U.S.
And cooking bratwurst.
Yeah.
Well, we are all caught up in the chat, and it is my pleasure to show you the visitor that we have here in town today, and it is none other than the Norwegian Prima.
Hey,
our baby is here.
Familiar?
Yes, and it is a foggy one out there. I don't know what's up with all this fog, y'all, but it is so thick you could barely even see through it.
Who knew, right? Like I had no idea. It was super foggy the day we left too.
It's terrible. It really is. This time of year,
air, and then the warm air pops in and fog it all up.
Yep.
But we find our way to get in there. Don't worry.
And let's see, if you are in town and sailing away on the Prima, which you should be already, we are waking up to 62 degrees with 96% humidity, 60% precipitation, and light rain.
96%.
Yeah, man. It's raining.
Going to rain. Yeah, it will rain.
Wow. And let's see, if you are sailing away, your sail away forecast today is as follows: 63 degrees with 5% precipitation, 92% humidity, and cloudy. It's going to be messy. That's what that means.
So it seems like the Prima leaves on Fridays now from the other one.
It depends on what kind of sailing it had the time before. Like it'll do 5-day sailing here, 6-day sailing there. Then it leaves for a couple of weeks and comes back. The Prima, it has no home. I don't know. At times it'll be way over in Norway and places like that. It has no home. But then again, Norwegian does things differently.
Well, and for the upcoming Mediterranean season, and both Prima and Viva will be over there at the same time, which is kind of unusual for for there to be two of the same class ships sailing, unless they're older. Like Royal Caribbean will send like two of the older ships over, same class or whatever. But I think it's very unusual for there to be the newest, biggest, baddest, best there at the same time. So.
Right. And so I looked where the other ships are, and the Breeze, the Dream, the Jubilee, and the Voyager of the Seas are all at sea. The Prima's here in Galveston for now, and both the Regal Princess and Harmony of the Seas looks like they're both in Cozumel. I don't know why they have a double harmony. I have to really watch this right here because I don't see it down in Costa Maya. Both of them are in Cozumel here. So that's where our ships are today, and we wish them a good voyage back home.
Yeah.
And let's see who else. Everybody's speaking to each other. Rob has a question for Scott here. Scott, what makes you think I'm Canadian or live in a province that has Family Day?
Well, let me tell you, Rob, the reason why I think that is because you're just such a friendly and just great guy and all around, decent and nice person. So that really kind of rules you out as an American.
Yep. Unless you're a Cajun, of course. Rihanna's Life Adventure says in Alberta, it's the employer's decision if you get it as a holiday.
I'll be going there after this, right?
Yep. And Captain Billy J says it gets foggy in New Orleans and Mobile, a part of being on the Gulf Coast this time of year. I know it just that fog is kind of drab when you walk outside. Yep.
Go with the flow.
Jennifer says, I am lucky enough to be off on Monday. We also get Battle of Flowers off in April, but we are fortunate enough to have 13 holidays a year plus PTO if you are full-time at our work. Hey, that'll work right there. That sounds like cruise.
In April.
Yeah, Battle of the Flowers. We got to check this out.
Never heard of it.
It's not a Texas thing because I know you're in Texas. I've never heard of this. Let us know a little bit about it, unless one of the co-hosts wants to go to Google and see what this is all about. In the meantime, everybody knows what time it is. And welcome to Jeremy Goes Bananas, the segment of the show where I attempt to read what happened on this day in history. And today is no different. Friday, February 16, 2024. On this day in 1620, Frederick William, the great elector of Brandenburg in 1640 to 1688, who restored the Hohenzollern dominations the Hohenzollern dominions after the devastation of the 30 Years' War was born. In 1893, yeah, y'all heard the co-host back there? She's supposed to have the day off right now. Thank you for that. In 1893, Katharine Cornell, one of the most celebrated American stage actresses from the 1920s to the 1950s, was born in Germany. I don't really think she wants a day off, y'all. I don't
know who approved the day anyway.
Right. In 1903, American ventriloquist and radio comedian Edgar Bergen was born in Chicago. In 1918, a 20-member Taryba Council of Lithuanian delegates proclaimed their country as an independent state. In 1923, the burial chamber of King Tut was unsealed by British archaeologist Howard Carter. His discovery of the tomb in the previous year was one of the most celebrated contributions to Egyptology. In 1937, DuPont chemist Wallace Hume Carruthers patented nylon. In 1938, Austrian Chancellor Kurt von Schuschnigg admitted an Austrian Nazi to his cabinet, believed to be the first step in the German overthrow of his government. In 1945, American paratroopers landed on Corregidor Island in the Philippines during World War II. And within 2 weeks, they recaptured it from the Japanese. In 1949, the first Knesset, or it has a K. I'm assuming that it's silent. the first Knesset Hebrew Assembly, the unicameral parliament of Israel and supreme authority of that state, opened in Jerusalem. And I like this one. In 1957, the British TV broadcasters BBC and ITV ended a post-war policy in which there was no programming between 6 and 7 at night. Known as the quote-unquote toddler's truce, the break was designed to help parents put their children to bed.
Wow, that early.
Simple. I'm telling you, that was nice. But they ended
you got your baby in bed anyway, so
they ended it in 1957, and thus began the downfall of what we know today as our society. In 1959, American tennis player John McEnroe was born in West Germany.
Wow.
Yeah.
No wonder he's such a grouch.
I know. I thought he was from New York.
Yeah.
In 2005, the NHL became the first North American professional sports league to cancel an entire season. The 2004-05 season was canceled after the collective bargaining agreement between the owners and the players' union ran out. In 2005, the Kyoto Protocol, an international treaty aimed at reducing the emission of gases that contribute to global warming, went into effect. Well, here we are about 20 years later, and things are changing. In 2016, the Egyptian scholar and statesman Boutros Ghali, this man got two of the same names? This is unfair. Who, as UN Secretary General, vigorously supported UN mediation in post-Cold War strife and oversaw lengthy and difficult peacekeeping operations in several war-torn countries, died at the age of 93. And that will do it for On This Day in History.
That goes bananas.
Yeah, I had to pull Hannah in on this one. That was wow.
Did she ate that banana that day?
Yes, she loves fruit. Her and her brother. If they could just eat fruit, they would be happy. And I'm like, no, you got to have some noodles or something, man.
Me too.
Yeah, I know. It just y'all saw how she ate. Wasn't nothing but fruit and mac and cheese, French fries, and ice cream.
A lot of mac and cheese. A lot of mac
and cheese. Yeah, they love mac and cheese.
And a lot of ice cream too.
And pizza. Pizza was a winner also.
My kids practically lived on chicken nuggets when they were little.
Oh yeah.
So
nuggets for the win. Jennifer from Embarkation Nation says it kicks off a fiesta in San Antonio. That'll work.
And now what's the fiesta about? Now I want to know that.
It's a fiesta. There's no reason. We need no reason. We need no reason to get a 24-pack of Corona and stick a bunch of ice down in the box and just start partying.
This guy, I'm telling you.
Hey man, it is what it is.
One drink. That's all he does. One drink. Right?
It's Texas. It's Texas. We need no reason. It could be a football game. Matter of fact.
Go to Puerto Rico. We're going to celebrate every weekend. So, yeah, that's all I'm drinking there.
Some of the biggest celebrations begin right before the football game here. It's called tailgating. It's an actual thing.
It's an actual thing everywhere.
Yeah, I know. But here it is done bigger and
I bet
better.
they even tailgate in Canada.
Yes. And Mike and Rihanna said, we hear you, Cheryl.
You're not loud.
Very loud. That's all the way from the back of the house, too. Hey, Tanisha has a question. What are some of your pre-cruise routines 1 week before traveling? I like to have my suitcase packed and sit and watch the countdown clock. Well, not the last part.
I packed the day before my our trip. I don't watch no clock because it's going to be here. The more you watch your clock, the sooner your cruise goes by. And I don't know. I don't really have a pre-cruise routine really. So.
Oh snap! Hang on.
Hey, we got a new member.
Yeah, I know. Wait. Hold on. I got one.
We have a new member.
Yes, we do. And it's you.
And you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
I love it.
We made the show regardless.
Cheryl threw that back. That last bit, that was perfect.
Bam.
Perfect.
And okay, so what we like to do, we have a cruise cadence as well, is we like to pack about 8 or 9 months in advance, partial pack. And then in the weeks leading up to and including the week of the cruise, we're going in the bags, just making sure that we have everything counted out correctly and all of that. A week before the cruise, I like to have the bags at least in an upright position. That way I feel better if they're in the upright position rather than laid out, because once they're closed up and in the upright position, there's a chance that we're not going back to them, except for the backpack, which has the last minute things, the cell phone charging tower, the medicine, the documents. And baby starts, we actually do dance training with the kids that are coming with us, so that way we can keep up with the parties and stuff. However, I did not hear Cupid Shuffle or the Wobble at all on our Prima sailing. At all. I did not hear it, not once.
It's not a carnival thing, right?
Hey, but in October, it's on and popping. We're going to hear it constantly. And I know that's right. Captain Billy J says, please keep your luggage in an upright, locked position. I know that's, hey, I'm with you, Captain, but sometimes we need to go through the bag is how it's put, and that's party time for us. It gives us more and it keeps it more exciting here at the house for sure. But yeah, watching the clock is something that we do.
Only hand is the one going in October, right?
Yeah, and the secret is we did watch YouTube and try to learn a little salsa at some point. But yeah, I don't know. It went something like that. And let's see. I know that we have 21 people in the chat, and I have been holding it. So here goes. It is TGIF. Thank goodness it is Friday, and you know what that means. It is time to show everybody who has been the top chatter of the week, who has been the most active in Cruising is Fun Anytime's chat. If you're in somebody else's chat and you didn't make this list, they have their own list. But here goes. Coming in at number 10 is the Cruise Nuts. Number 9, Mayhem and Miracles. Number 8, Emily. Number 7, Sea Leg Journeys. Number 6, Marjorie. Number 5, The Astute Tourist. Number 4, Cruising on the High Seas
and Travel.
Number 3, Leonard Family Fun. Number 2, Danny D, the Spectacular Supporter. And coming in hot at number 1 is none other than Traveling with Tinkerbell. That's right. Congratulations on making number 1 chatter of the week. And congratulations. Yes. Congratulations are in order. And moving on with the show. Yes. Okay, you got it. Moving on with the show, I believe it is now time for Scott to bring us the cruise and travel industry news.
Cruise Nuts with Scott.
Royal Caribbean to order giant 7th Oasis class ship. Everybody thought it was only going to be 6, but
oh my God,
have ordered a 7th Oasis class ship. Because Carnival ordered a 4th XL, and they were like, "Oh, we can't let that go." So, fans of the Royal Caribbean International Innovative Oasis class ships will have a new vessel to explore in just a few years, as the cruise line will be adding a 7th ship to the fleet, likely in 2028. The announcement from the parent corporation, Royal Caribbean Group, comes just 5 months before the debut of Utopia of the Seas, the long believed to be 6th and final ship in the Revolutionary class. So the first in class Oasis of the Seas debuted in 2009, bringing with her innovation in the layout, design, features, amenities, and most of all, size. She was followed by her sister ships, which have proven to be equally popular. Allure of the Seas in 2010. That was actually my very first Oasis ship, was Allure. Harmony of the Seas in 2016, Symphony in 2018, and Wonder in 2022. The only Oasis class ship that I have not been on is Symphony, but she's coming to New Jersey, so that's definitely happening. With the debut of the unprecedented popular Icon of the Seas less than a month ago, and 2 additional Icon class already under construction, it was believed that the cruise line would focus on that new class without orders for new vessels in the Oasis class. Yet cruise fans and those who adore the outstanding class of the ship, which have become Royal Caribbean's signature vessels, will soon have another option for phenomenal sailings. So that's very exciting news. Can't wait to see it. Hopefully they come up with a good name for her. So moving on, San Juan Cruise Port completes major milestone. Global Ports Holding, which has announced that its subsidiary, San Juan Cruise Port, has closed the debt financing deal that injects $187 million into several major infrastructure upgrades. The development means that the SJCP now officially manages the facility. The issuance of long-term bonds coupled with a equity capital from GPH will finance the first phase of improvements at the port. The financial impact is a public-private partnership that includes a 30-year concession agreement with Puerto Rico's Port Authority. Another $100 million will be invested in infrastructure upgrades and repairs at the ports, at the Port Pier 4 and the Pan American piers, along with improvements to existing terminal buildings. At the same time, Global Ports Holding will use its management strategies to modernize technology, equipment, and various systems in ways that will benefit cruise guests, cruise lines, and local vendors. The executives believe that San Juan has the potential to emerge as a leading cruise port in the region, delivering an economic boon to Puerto Rico and its residents once the improvements are completed. A second round of investments is planned after the port meets certain criteria, including a recovery to pre-pandemic cruise arrival levels. When that happened, the San Juan Cruise Port will raise and invest an additional $250 million to build new cruise piers and a new terminal, and new docks at Pier 11 and 12 will be able to accommodate the world's largest cruise ships. So the pre-pandemic 2019, San Juan had received 1.8 million cruise guests, a number that will have made it its third largest port in the GPH network. Like other cruise destinations, arrivals plummeted during the pandemic pause and have not yet fully recovered. However, the winter of 2024 season is poised for a robust arrivals. So it's very exciting news for San Juan. And although there will be more cruises from San Juan once all of these improvements go in, I think, based on my own research, that San Juan needs some serious upgrades to the flight offerings, because as much as I want to fly to San Juan and cruise from there for some of the unique itineraries that, you know, they can reach because of the embarkation location, I am not flying Spirit or Frontier, and that seems to be the bulk and the majority of the flights going to San Juan. So I'm not doing it. So please do something about those flights as well, Puerto Rico.
And that's the way the news goes.
That's right. That's right. And welcome in Eric B. Travel Adventures with Eric B. has made it in.
Good morning.
Yes. And whatever pier that was that the Mardi Gras went into when we were there. Wait, was that the Celebration or Mardi Gras? It had to be the Mardi Gras. Okay. So we had to walk backwards through the cruise terminal and then walk back forward through the cruise terminal whenever I saw that there were gates. They could have just simply moved those gates and let us walk through there.
Yeah, and those terminals are like really rustic as well. I mean, like they're almost like a warehouse, right? Like not really like a proper cruise terminal.
Yeah, empty building. And I thought that was really unnecessary. Getting back on the ship, okay, yeah, open it. That way you can check everybody's ID or whatever, but getting off the ship, let them through the gate. There's no need to do all of those extra steps. Let's see. Here we go. Cruising on the high seas and travel says, agreed, Scott. The flight options are not that great, even from here in the north. All we have is AC and WJ that go to Puerto Rico.
Yeah, I mean, like not only is it just kind of Spirit and Frontier, but the flight times are crazy. Like most flights don't even get in till like midnight or 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, what?
Yep.
Like it just doesn't make any sense to me. So
yep. And that is moving us on to your question of the day, which is, what is the worst thing you've eaten on a cruise?
So here's the thing. I mean, I've eaten some bad things on cruises, okay, and I'm not gonna throw any shade here right now. A lot of people know kind of the worst things are, but I would say up to this point, surprisingly, shockingly, the worst thing to date that I have had, just narrowly beating out a particular American favorite served on a certain cruise line at a specific venue, would be the Thanksgiving dinner I had on MSC. And I thought to myself, I should have known. I mean, I should not have even ordered it simply because what do Italians know about American Thanksgiving, right? I mean, they just seriously, right? So, I mean, it was absolutely hands down the worst food in presentation, zero taste, and just the most horrible thing I've ever eaten. So.
Yep. Eddie?
I go through that menu very, very, very specifically, reading everything on it. If there's anything spicy, any peppers or anything on that, I do not order. Something that I left behind, I know on the Prima, I took a plate, I put a bunch of potatoes in it without reading the sign. So as I'm moving along, I grabbed one of those potatoes and I popped that in my mouth, and that thing was really spicy. I mean, it kicked my behind really, really good. The one little potato. So of course, I'm about to grab some chicken, and Alice says to me, "That's curry chicken." And I'm like, "Oh!" So I dropped it again. I dropped the plate. I mean, I left the plate right there where it was, and I walked away.
Yes.
One of the supervisors comes over to Alice and asks her, "Is this your plate with the potatoes?" And I went like, "Oh crap!" So she goes, "No." But the guy walked away. That's what I'm over by the spaghetti, but they're making spaghetti to put on the buffet line. So I asked the girl if she could make me some spaghetti with just a little bit of oil and butter. And somebody else showed up and said, "Yes, please go ahead and help the customer by making that for him." So they went ahead and did it. And then he says to me, I say, "I cannot eat anything spicy. Everything here seems to be curry." That night. So he had one of the chefs cook me 2 pieces of chicken without any sauce or anything on it, so I could add to the spaghetti. That was good. But I'm glad I tasted that potato, because I would have been in a lot of pain if I would have eaten a lot of other stuff. So I am very careful, reading the stuff. Sometimes you do get something that you thought it was great and doesn't really go well. Some of that stuff I do eat as much as I can. but I will not order the escargot. I will not order any legs whatsoever. I will not get any. Sorry, Jeremy, gumbo either, because spicy stuff I gotta stay away from.
Mm-hmm.
But I try to stay away from eating too much stuff that I don't know about, unless we try it out. Unless Alice got it, which I doubt it because she's very more picky than me. Let's say one of you guys try something and I kind of look at it and kind of like it, I will ask you if you let me have a bite. I mean, Cheryl did. She got some. I think the little balls that she got in the Hudson, and she let me Hush Puppies, I think it was, and she let me have one, and it was good stuff. So
yeah,
I kind of like that. So I try not to waste food and not to order something that I'm not gonna like, but it does happen. Sometimes I do get something that I'm like, why did I order this? So
yep,
we just go with the flow. See what happens.
Well, Baby's got an answer here in the chat. The worst thing I've had on a cruise to eat is the Tuscany beef. And I know which sailing that she's talking about. It was like a meat patty, but it was wrapped around an unidentifiable center. We could not identify what was in the meat. I tried it. It was, with some marinara sauce on it, and it had something crunchy. It was more like, almonds or something in the middle of it. I'm not sure how it's made. Whatever. She didn't like it. I didn't like it. So I know that that's a good answer. But the worst thing that we have actually tried to eat was our Christmas dinner during our only Christmas cruise. And their presentation is just the same as Scott described. It's like they have no idea what a Christmas dinner is. The slices of turkey breast were okay, but it still wasn't what I expected. But then whenever it came to the dressing, we tried the dressing. We know what real dressing tastes like. We know what it's supposed to look like. And it was nothing like that. So we got it from the table and went to the buffet. Luckily we did, because it was this big old bird sitting right up there on the Lido deck, and we were able to get some real turkey on Christmas Day. And I thought that was kind of cool of them, but at least they could have offered it in the main dining room. Good question.
Yeah, I mean,
love that.
The stuffing that MSC served looked like brick mortar. I mean, it was, or like disintegrated paper mache. I mean, it was like just mush, like absolute mush.
Yeah.
And it tasted like water has more flavor than that did. It was just the absolute worst thing ever. And of course, don't even get me started on the deviled eggs.
Yep.
Because they were just basically hard boiled with a couple little sprinkles of some type of garnish. And I was just like,
yep. But the Prima redeemed itself on those deviled eggs that they have. They're only available at night. That's something that we did not cover in the Indulge Food Hall. Yes, they do at the barbecue place have deviled eggs, but you got to wait until dinner time to get them.
Right.
So that's a little cruise tip for anybody going on the Prima. The Z-Show Cruise Fund has showed up. Good morning, content creators. I got some great news. They're going to build number 4 Excel class ship. Hopefully it'll come to the great state of
New York.
Yeah. Perhaps.
New York.
Oh, Florida.
New York.
No.
Listen, they already have 2 of them in Florida.
I know,
okay?
right?
one that can't leave Texas because it'll get beat up with, sporting that big star
Right.
Right. So you know what? If you can get an Oasis class in and out underneath Verrazano, it's time to bring that XL class to New York, please.
Yes, it is. Tanisha says that squid from Seafood Shack on Carnival Freedom. It was my first time eating it, and it was yuck, overcooked and yuck. Oof.
What did PK said?
Oh wait, hang on, let me go. Here we go. The worst thing I had was lamb crown rack. I just did not like the consistency and taste. Yuck. First time tasting lamb, so it might have been just me. But did I say yuck? Kevin from Tuber Chat has came back in. Good morning.
Hey, yo. Hey, bud.
Thank you for that share. And let's see. Cruising on the High Season Travel says, Jeremy, the same thing on the Viva. Yep. Oh, wow. Here's an idea. Yep. Captain Billy J says, I bet the fourth Excel goes to the West Coast.
Oh, no, you're right. It probably will, because why not, right?
Right.
'Cause,
Or one of those in Miami gets moved to California, and then the new one goes to Miami.
Mm-hmm. The new one's probably going to be in Miami.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, or what? But I think he's right, though. Even if the new one goes to Miami, they'll shift one over to West Coast rather than New York because they hate us.
The Bud Files has made it in. Good morning.
Good morning.
And let's see. Oh, okay. Mike and Rihanna is hoping that it'll go to Canada as
okay. Yeah, how about Alberta? You can sail it right on up.
But yeah, let's see. We are all caught up in the chat, and we know what time it is. It is time for Eddie to come off of his secret and let you guys know about this trip we got coming up.
Yes, coming up October 28, 2024. Yes, we are taking off on the Carnival Paradise, leaving out of Tampa, Florida, on our way to Key West to have a nice meals down there. Montego Bay and Grand Cayman, man. Yes, a bunch of us will be on this one. And also, it's going to be a 6-day cruise. You want to get in it? I got 4 cabins left. Please get in touch with Bruce at Ocean Touch and Travel so you could book your cabin as soon as possible. Check out this video.
Lugo Cruise 2024. Hosted by Eddie Lugo Studios. Out of Tampa, Florida. Port of Calls, Key West, Florida. Grand Cayman Island. Montego Bay, Jamaica. Aboard the Carnival Paradise. Join us for this great cruise, October 28th to November 3rd, 2024. Contact Bruce at ocean2oceantravel.com.
I'm going to miss that song. I really am. I'm gonna miss that song.
Listen, October is 100 years from now.
I know.
So it's not going anywhere anytime soon.
PK Adventure Travel says, honestly, I really wish they would have approved the move of the cruise port in Tampa to the other side of the Skyway Bridge so we could get bigger ships here in Tampa.
I agree. We have a similar issue in Baltimore, with the Francis Scott Key Bridge. And I'm talking all the time. The investment in a different class ship versus the investment, because in Baltimore, everybody says, they should move it down to Annapolis, right? There's already infrastructure and stuff there because, there's a lot of naval vessels and stuff that come into Annapolis. So, and of course, or maybe even move it further down to Norfolk, again, where there's a lot of naval vessels, although they're already sailing from Norfolk in this tiny little terminal they have there next to the Nauticus Museum actually in the city. So, but in any event, I think they're likely to develop a new, smaller class ship with all of the bells and whistles and the latest technology and innovations in order to service, kind of bridge-locked ports like Tampa and Baltimore. So.
Right. And Cruising on the High Seas and Travel says, okay, what we really need is to port a ship in Toronto, but we know that will never happen in a million years.
But there are some ships, like some sailings, they do. I'm trying to think what line, not every line, but there's a few lines that actually do sailings from Quebec, from Quebec City. So, it's an option.
And your friend of mine, Ivy, has made it in. Good morning.
Good morning, Ivy. How are you?
And Ship to Shore Cruise News has made it in. Good morning.
Good morning.
And Eric B says, put it in New Orleans.
No.
That's not going to happen, man.
No.
I don't see it. I really don't. We rode the Glory and out of there and back in, and it is a tight area. It's a real tight area.
Listen, you've got Maravilla in Brooklyn. Mm-hmm. You've got the Oasis ships and the Quantum, and now Quantum Ultra across the river in Bayonne. So, if Carnival wants to compete with those bigger ships that are sailing from that same market, then they need to move Venezia out and put that XL in.
Yep. Or dare I say a Vista class, another Vista ship.
Well, but Venezia is a Vista ship, right? So Vista can't compete with Oasis or Quantum or even Maravilla, right? Because Maravilla is about as big as Quantum, right? Mm-hmm. So, like I said, if you want, what they consider the mega ships, which are, being serviced by that market by the competitors, then it's time to stick. What would be really cool? An Italian style XL.
Maybe. That's what the Maravilla is for, though.
Well, but that's why they brought Venezia there to compete with Maravilla, right? So,
yep. Ship to Shore Cruise News says, I'd like a new terminal here in Vancouver outside of the Lionsgate Bridge. Larger ships would be able to come here. Right now, the Bliss can only make it into Cruiseport on low tides.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Well, and the thing that I, did not know right away either is Oasis is able to get in and out underneath the Verrazano because its stacks are retractable.
Right.
And I did not know that originally, but that's how they are able to do it. So.
Yep. Carnival's Mardi Gras ship in New Orleans would be pretty cool. I do agree, Captain. I thought that it would have went there, but
Get out of here, Captain.
Oh, okay. Cruising on the High Season Travel says, what about a Canadian style XL, Scott? Do you guys have a style? Like it would be a snow party or something like that, or whatever.
Hockey themed.
Yeah, that the the Oasis class has a ice rink on the inside. We could make that like a Canadian thing, or whatever. I don't know, whatever.
Sugar, tree sap based, breakfast options.
Oh my God. Shore Cruise knows that would look great on the river. It would. I mean, I agree that if they can get the Excel class into the Mississippi, that would be awesome. But yeah, it would take up the whole river. Yeah, it would. That whenever the Glory and the Valor pass each other in the middle of the night, it barely makes it. It's just they have to be able to pass each other. I'm not sure if an Excel class would fit in there. I don't know. Well, folks, who is coming on for the remainder of the day on YouTube? Eddie.
Here we go, sir. Where my leads go? Out of here. Hold on. Oh, there you go. Wait a minute. What happened? I got it here somewhere. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. Oh, baby, let's go. I know that coming up at 11 will be Mr. Darion, of course, with his A Moment in the Word with Darion. Following at midnight, Mayhem and Miracles will have a live. 1 p.m. will be Roy and Becky's Travels. 1 p.m. live, beginning the Raid Parade. 2 o'clock in the afternoon, it's the Raid Parade. Let me see who else is in here somewhere. Followed by 7 p.m. Mr. Cruising with Keys at 7 p.m. And of course, we, the best team in the day, that go live together after dark, will be on tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern to mess with your night and get you moving and grooving, which is all of us. And 10 p.m. will be what's the guy from Down Under? The Down Under Cruisers.
Yeah, John.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, so much for coming into the show. We really, really enjoyed having you today, but we must bid you adieu for now. And like Eddie said, come back later on for After Dark. We will be in a whole different kind of mood, but we are still talking cruising with that After Dark twist. And so we will see you later on today, same channel. And Ship to Shore Cruise News says, Eddie, is there a link to your 2.0 cruise?
Yes, there is. Go over to the there's a Facebook group named the 2.0 Boost Cruise. There's a way to how to get to it. There's a list of hotels. There's a shirt for the group cruise. Also get in touch with Bruce at ocean2oceantravel.com. He's your the booking agent for that group cruise. So check it out. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and if you're coming, man, we would definitely want to meet you for sure.
Yeah.
Because we're all going to be there. Yeah, I know it's going to be a hoot. But anyway, we're going to let you guys go for now. See you later on tonight.
Let me put a link for the to the group here in the chat, so at least you could hit it and go check it out.
Yeah. Oh, okay. You got that week off.
Nice.
That will work.
Nice.
Right
You
there.
get to meet all of us. All of us, we're going to be in it, including Cheryl. Also, cruising, traveling with Tinkerbell will be there too. Alice Lugo Studios will be there. Ross from Orange Con Blog will be there. The cruise nuts will be on this cruise also. We're hoping that House of X will also join us. I believe James Catanese and his wife will be there too. Travels with June and Brady will be there also. And their nephew, Scott from Controversial Cruising, might be there too. And a few others that might be popping in. And other people that are already booking this cruise also. So it's a smaller ship, older ship, but it's gonna be more of us together. So it makes it even better. And again, it's a smaller ship and older ship. It's only 6 days, but it's a great ports that we're going to. And like I say, all of us are gonna be there. We're gonna have a slow food run by Tinkerbell. We're gonna be doing a bar crawl. We're gonna be doing some exchanges of shot glasses and stuff. There's so many activities going on. They're all gonna be on the Boost Cruise real soon, so we could get an idea of what's happening. So get in touch with Bruce, like I say, Ship to Shore, Fort Haven't Slept, and you can grab yourself one. Be great.
But no casino run anymore. Sorry.
Yeah, no more casino runs.
No more casino runs.
And he says, I'll be on that ship in August with my family. There'll be all 5 of us in a suite.
Yeah.
Nice.
And since we're doing October, it's going to be during Halloween, and we'll be celebrating these 2 guys' birthday. So come along so you can. At least Scott. Jeremy is hard to get a hold of, but you never know.
Yep. Oh, no, this is probably fake news, Cappy. There will be some grape juice with fruit in it for.
I mean, maybe, right? I mean, we're not really going to appropriate ports.
No.
Or in Key West, you might be able to get some sangria. I know I'm getting myself key lime pie and a Cuban sandwich down in Key West. And
and I'm on that same train too. I want a genuine, authentic Cuban sandwich, and I know that the key lime pie is another big pull too. Traveling with Tinkerbell says, hopefully all the Across the Waves show will be there waiting on Keith to say he is coming.
Yes, I hope so too. Yeah. I hope so too.
And yeah, Rob won't be able to make it. He's got another sailing really close up on 2.0. It has been planned for a couple of years now. So no, he won't be able to make it.
Well, you never know. Things change. So
yeah, no. Yep. All righty, guys. Well, thank you so much for coming in. Thank goodness it is Friday. We got a whole nother week of shows in the bag. And for now, we will bid you adieu, but we'll see you right back again here at 8 p.m. Central this evening for
8 p.m. Eastern.
Yes, for After Dark. Go live together, cruise and travel evening show. Everybody hit the like button on your way out. Subscribe if you haven't done so already, and never ever forget, we love you and good morning.
Bye.